Hey guys, Game Prime here, and finally, after almost a year, welcome back to more Nintendo Power read through. Last time we started off with issue 1, obviously, and I was kind of experimenting with how the video can go, how the video style is, but now I'm going to try a different setup. Maybe we could start doing this a little bit more regularly. I'm going to try and have different content, come out on my channel alongside of my Let's Plays and stuff of that nature. So let's get into issue number 2, which has Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest on the cover. This was from September/October 1988 for a whopping $3.50. It also has Bionic Commando in it, and more on Super Mario 2, and powerful pointers from programmers and pros. So give me 1 second, I'm going to take this out of the wrapping, and we'll get started. Going to be very gentle with this issue, because this is one of my best in shape issues, that's what I'm trying to say. Because the only thing really is like the bottom here and like the line right here. Other than that, this is a perfect issue, so we're not going to do much more. We have this little thing here. It's a fold out, I believe. Dear Nintendo Power Player, here's your insider's calendar. Thanks for being one of the first to subscribe to our new magazine. Hope you enjoy it. Keep your scores high and your dates straight. Sincerely, your friends at Nintendo. Very cool. Insider's calendar right here. Let's see if I could get this going. I don't want to bend the magazine too much. These are all the game releases for September that year. Very cool. Maybe I'll get a better shot of this and splice it in, but that's pretty much all of that right there. That's cool. Contents: Bionic Commando, Life Force, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, Mario 2, Blaster Master, video shorts. I don't know what that means. Thing for Bionic Commando, some strategies for it. A lot of these early Nintendo Power issues will be just like straight strategy guides, because that's kind of what they started off as at first, before they really found their footing as a magazine with articles and reveals and stuff like that. So I'm just going to be going through this. None of this stuff really has a meaning to me, or I haven't played a lot of these. Castlevania 2, obviously, I have heard of. Simon's Quest, a lot of people's favorites. Undaunted by the perils ahead, you steel yourself for the quest. Are you clever enough to unveil the darkest secrets, strong enough to battle demonic foes in a land primeval? And then all the whips that you can get, some of them included in Smash Ultimate when they added Simon. But yeah, like I said, a lot of walkthrough stuff like that. You guys just saw my cat run underneath the table that I'm using. I love all the old school artwork that you see in these magazines. They're always the coolest thing. And then even a map. Let's see if I could fold this, bring this out just a little bit. Map of an ancient land, Transylvania. And then on this end, more Mario 2. I'm trying to move this very carefully. On this end, we get a Nintendo Power poster that looks like that. Kind of reminds me of Black Sabbath Technical Ecstasy cover. It's very cool. Don't screw that up. Super Mario Bros. 2. More of this. Now, this is stuff I like. I love all the old school Mario artwork, like the old school, like, oh no, I can't remember their names. I've lost it. But like how Luigi and Mario looked in this version. Let me see if I can get this better. Pick your favorite character: Mario, Luigi, Toad, Princess. Look at Mario and Luigi with the socks, and Toad with like the genie shoes. That's so funny. This right here kind of reminds me of a Paper Mario render, like one of the first Paper Mario renders. And this one right here kind of reminds me of Mario 3D World's Peach render. You can see obviously how some of these renders come back and get redone. I mean, there's only so many poses you could pose these characters in when you're doing something like a jump or a float, but there's the classic image that we all know. And then where to find all the turn-ups and stuff like that. (3-2). It's funny how they lay this out and it's like split or slanted to the side here. That's cool. And that will probably continue in the next couple issues. What is this? Renegal Stage 1. Looks like a very early beat 'em up. Stage 2, Stage 3. RC Pro-Am Racing. A classic racing game. I like that it has like the remote control kind of thing here to simulate that you're racing like a RC car. Win a Thundershot QD. See page 88. See if that's still in there. Whoa. That's cool. Oil slicks and all the stuff that can get in your way. All the different tracks. Probably one of Nintendo's earliest racing games, if I had to guess. Taito Renegade. Taito is the developer, I believe, or publisher. Some Kid Icarus codes. The Howard and Nestor comics. Some Zelda quest details in Counselor's Corner. Some OG Super Mario Bros. Warp zones. I always wondered how people actually found the warp zones and got, the news out to everybody. And this is probably one of the ways everybody found out about it, unless they just played it religiously and found out for themselves how to defeat Ridley and Kraid in Metroid. Where do I find the credit card in Kid Icarus? I very rarely played the NES Kid Icarus, so I didn't even know that there was a credit card in that game. That's funny. I've never even heard of this game. Golgo 13. Golgo 13. I obviously can't read. Kind of reminds me of like a James Bond kind of thing. Kind of game. Yeah, it very much looks like James Bond. Blaster Master. Classic Nintendo franchise that everybody loves. It's the story of a boy named Jason and his frog Fred. One day, Fred jumped out of his bowl and escaped into the yard. Jason ran after him, but was unable to catch Fred before he jumped onto a huge box marked "Danger, Radioactive." And it has all the stills here. Wow, that's That is something. I've never played that game. I didn't know that was the premise of the game. Holy crap. Stages and mutant bosses for Blaster Master. I'll have to check that out. So this is what it meant by video shorts. Quick rundown of some of the latest NES game packs with up-to-minute information and descriptions of what's just over the video game horizon. Some of these games are incredible, some are amazing, some are just plain awesome. There's also a special video shorts classic section as we have a number of arcade masterpieces joining the NES library this time around. 1943, Hudson's Adventure Island. That's a fan favorite. My mom used to play Adventure Island all the time, and we got it even on the Wii Virtual Console to play. Donkey Kong Classics. Aside from the arcade, definitely, a lot of people's first introduction to Donkey Kong. Pac-Man. Not in my eyes known for be playing on the NES, but Galaga. I can never pronounce that game right. Pac-Watch. Dear Zelda. I'm here in Kyoto with my programmer, Mr. Miyamoto, and I'm afraid I have some bad news to tell you. We're sitting down. Anyway, they will tell me I will not be able to begin my journey until the new year. It has something to do with computer chips or something. I know we hope to spend the holidays together, but I'm sure you could hold on a little bit longer. I miss you desperately. Yours forever, Link. Sorry for the bad news. Link will be available in very limited quantities in November. So I guess that means Zelda 2. So when Zelda 2 came out, I guess it was very limited. I did not know that. So that's cool to learn. Tech Mobile, Paperboy, Ghostbusters. Wow, there's a lot in here. WrestleMania. Featuring Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, Honky Tonk Man. Track and Field 2. John Elway's quarterback. Anticipation. I tried playing Anticipation a couple times. It's hard. Bubble Bobble, an arcade classic. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Need I say more? RoboCop, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Funny, RoboCop just got a new game announcement. Players Poll, and then here's a thing that you could submit to the Players Poll. I love that this is still intact. This is a great copy of this issue. Introducing the power set. Oh yeah, the pad kind of. Wow, holy crap, this is awesome to see. Issue 2, and it has a full article on Rare. Meet Chris and Tim Stamper of Leicestershire, England. Why? Because these guys have reached the pinnacle of the video game world, and along the way they have created some of the hottest games ever made for your NES. Brothers founded Rare Limited, a company dedicated to producing state-of-the-art video excitement. So far, their electronic magnet has conjured up more than 25 games, including Wizards and Warriors, RC Pro-Am Racing, and Slalom. How they do it? Well, not by hocus pocus. It takes a lot of hard work, says Chris, plus an incredible capacity for having fun. Wow, that is awesome. And this was even before Battletoads. This was before Donkey Kong Country. This was before all of that. So it's very cool to see in issue number 2, mind you, that there is an article on what will become, or would become, one of the greatest game developers, in my opinion, of all time. So that's very cool to see, very early on in this magazine's life. Some books that you could order. I wonder how much these are worth. I think the Player's Guide is worth something. I'm not actually quite sure. How to Win at Super Mario Bros. Strategy Guide. So that's the original Mario Bros. Strategy Guide. $5. $5. Also available Zelda Tips and Tactics. And this is kind of what is in the news back in 1988. TV 101. Night Watch, Dirty Dancing, Celebrity Profiles. Talking about Mike Tyson, it looks like. NFL players challenge Tyson for world championship. mailbox, some mail-in letters to Nintendo, NES Achievers, with everybody's achievement high scores and whatnot for all the top games back then. It must have been really cool to submit your score and get them in the magazine and kind of cement your legacy in a way forever with Nintendo Power and the legacy of this magazine. Power Players, Top 30, number 1, Legend of Zelda, number 2, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, number 3, Metroid, 4, Mario 1, 5, Kid Icarus, 6, Double Dragon, 7, Ice Hockey, 8, Pro-Am, 9, Rad Racer, 10, RBI Baseball, and then all of these are there: Contra, Castlevania, Goonies 2, Mega Man, Pro Wrestling, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, even though they said it wasn't out yet at this time. That's weird. Very cool. And that looks like that's going to be it for this issue. So next issue, coming up next in the November-December issue of Nintendo Power, Track and Field 2, Blaster Master, and a giant holiday giveaway. And then a slanted letter from Howard Phillips. That is very cool. And then here we go. Our last two little things. Another insert here. Get a free pin. That was very awesome. I've never gone through this issue before, but now we have. That's going to be it for me this time, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think I should do. If you have any tips, recommendations, anything like that for this series in the future. I definitely want to start doing this again because I have every issue of Nintendo Power. If you have not seen my Distant Nebula episode on my full Nintendo Power collection, where I go over details on a lot of different stuff, the history of the magazine, my favorite issues, standout issues, it is all probably right over here in the end slate. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time with issue number 3.